What is going on, fowl players? Welcome to opening weekend. We are a little mini season here in North Carolina. The day's October 21st. It's actually the third day of our mini season. I chose to sleep in this morning. I did hunt the last 2 days in the blind right behind you, and successes and failures. And we'll get to both of those. Excuse me. So I've said in the past, I think this October season is a waste, and truth be told, I would much rather have these as Sundays later in the season instead of in October. But every season I say I'm not going to mess with it, and every season I mess with it. I come out here and hunt. I think this season, what it has been for me is preseason, when you kind of knock the rust off a little bit and figure out where your game needs to improve a little bit. And we found that this season, or this weekend. So first of all, the first video from opening day, Tom and Nate and I sat in here and had a good day. But I screwed up. I didn't have my microphone set up correctly on the old GoPro here, so there's no audio. That's awesome. I had a little B-roll from another camera that I had off to the side. That get a little bit of audio, but it's not very good. So oops on that. So let's show that right now. Maybe I'll kick in a little background music, but you can see what happened for us on opening day. Well, I don't know if I was able to get all of the footage. We saw quite a few ducks. I'll be honest with you. I would not have been surprised if I'd come out here opening morning and not seen a bird. I had not seen many leading up to it, and I'd been out here several times. Even came one morning like I was hunting, didn't see a lot of ducks. But we did. We saw several wood ducks. Had one big group of wood ducks fly right over me that if I had been looking up at them ahead of time, I probably would have got a shot because they're right over the trees. But as you saw, we did get one little guy that dropped in right over the trees right here, sat down in our decoys, and Nate took him out. So good for him. I am super happy he was able to score a duck on opening day. I was surprised, but pleasantly surprised. But anyway, hey, it was a good time. So now let's go on to day two. I brought my buddy Scott, who has not hunted out here with me before. Not to be with Scott that owns the land, but another buddy Scott. And we sat out here. Expectations were pretty high. because I thought the weather was going to be wetter. I thought we were going to have a little rain, overcast. This place always does better when it's overcast. Fog is the best. But that didn't happen, but we had an eventful day nonetheless. So sit there and watch me. There's one right there. Oh, shoot. Oh, man, we should have shot him. Should have shot him.
Probably the duck they shot at.
You just had a small window right when he popped over that tree.
It's 100 yards of the fucking toughest walking you've ever done.
Yeah,
in your life.
yeah. We need to cut some boat paths or something.
No, so they tried, and this one, the pine is
Oh shit, dude, get the mallard. Coming around. On the right, on the right. Oh man, my gun didn't fire. Son of a... Oh, I never... Guess what I did?
What?
I never loaded my fucking gun.
Didn't?
I never loaded my gun. I was right on that greenhead. Oh my goodness!
They killed nice, man.
That was perfect. Was that perfect or what?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't see where I missed. I shot through this.
Stay. No, that greenhead was right here hovering. I pulled up and click. I didn't load my gun. I am an idiot. Man, they did it perfect, did they not?
Yeah, they did.
They did it. I mean, he was. I saw him. Oh my. You gotta load your gun if you want to kill a duck. I sat here for 2 hours without shells in my gun. And then what I've been saying all along, man, I really hope we get to kill some mallards this year in here. I had my chance. It doesn't get much better than this. And I blew it. I didn't have a shell in my gun. Scott got a shot off at him, but this tree is in the way. And you can see on the video where he blows leaves out of this tree. That tree's in his way, right there. And we had a wood duck come through that I hope I was able to capture on film. This big tall maple, Scott would have had a chance at him, but he was behind that tree. That one was already planning on coming out. That one's coming out for sure. They're in our way. We got to get rid of those guys. But man, look what those ducks did. So kind of to narrate, they flew over this way, swung over the creek, and there's another little swampy area over there across the property line where ducks like to go. I hit them with the call. I could see them circle, swing through the trees, and they came right back over. That duck got right there, and he put on the brakes. He did a little backflip right over these trees and turned around and just hung right here in front of me. I jumped up, click, nothing. And I probably had to bleep out some language because I was unhappy. I was pretty heartbroken that I went to all that work, had that perfect opportunity, and I blew it. You know, but that's duck hunting, guys. That's real duck hunting. And if there's one thing I want to do on this channel, it's show you what real duck hunting is all about. Sometimes you have one chance and you blow it, right? It's not like a lot of these other big outfits where it just rains greenheads all day long, right? And even for them, it doesn't really rain greenheads all day long. But that's real duck hunting, man. And for October, Central North Carolina, where we are located, I am going to call this weekend a huge success. I saw more birds than I expected by a pretty good margin. It's the first time I've ever had mallards actually respond to the call. I hit him with a comeback call, and he did, right? And he came right over me. He saw this. He wanted in. That's big. I also think, and it's too early for me to say this for certain, I think the clearing of trees has helped because these birds I saw this weekend flew much lower than what I've seen them do the past couple of years. Usually they're pretty high when they go over. But I had about half the birds we saw, some of them were even below treetop high. So I think opening this hole up and making it a little bit more visible, a little bit lower area, they're able to come down and duck through here. So I'm looking around at some other trees on the corners that I think are a little high that may come out for next season to help in that regard. But so far, I feel like everything I've been doing is working to my advantage. Those ducks absolutely wanted in here. Those mallards did. They saw what we had, and like I said, he put on the freaking brakes, man. So anyway, that's it for opening weekend. I'm not going to ramble on anymore, but it was a good weekend. You know, I'm sure some of you did better, but based on compared to my expectations, it's better than I thought we'd have. We had a good weekend. I had a good time. So that's it. Hopefully, if you stick with me and subscribe, I'll be able to bring you more hunts this year on Foul Play Outdoors.